Hi everyone! I tried making rice koji for the first time, so I made a video about it. I live in Canada and unlike in Japan, I'm unable to find rice koji at regular grocery stores. So I used to order koji from Amazon Canada. A bag of koji, which is 454 grams, is sold at $20.99 Canadian dollars. I thought it was rather expensive. That's the reason why I decided to make rice koji at home. In fact, I was able to make rice koji for 1/3 of cost. Although it takes time and effort, I think it's a great money saving. I'm washing 300 grams of short grain white rice under running water. And please change water for several times. And I will leave it in the fridge for overnight. So this is the seed koji or koji starter which I purchased from Amazon Japan. It was 864 Japanese yen, which is about 8 Canadian dollars. In case you don't have access to Amazon Japan, I found an online store that sells seed koji and they ship their products to overseas. I've left the link in the description of this video, so if you're interested, please take a look. And the seed koji came with this leaflet and it explains how to make koji step by step. Next, I'm going to explain about utensils you will need. I will ferment my rice koji in the baking dish, and this is 11 inches by 7 inches. This is a kitchen thermometer. And this is another thermometer to check the temperature inside of the fermentation chamber. And I'm not quite sure what this is called, perhaps a kitchen scraper. You will need this to mix rice. If you don't have one of these, you can always use a rice puddle, like this one. And one clean kitchen towel. Also a tea strainer to sprinkle seed koji. I will be using a pressure cooker to steam rice, but you can always use a regular steamer. I'm going to use parchment paper so that rice doesn't stick to my steaming basket. I have transferred the soaked rice into a strainer, and I've heard if you tilt it like this, it'll drain more water, so that's what I'm doing. I will leave it like this for about 1 hour. I will be using my oven as a fermentation chamber, so I've turned on the light and I've also put a hot water bottle to gain more heat. Right now the temperature is 38.2 Celsius. I am sterilizing a kitchen towel in boiling water. Also, I am pouring boiling water to the baking dish and the kitchen blade. I have placed a sheet of parchment paper in my cooking basket. My pressure cooker came with a wire like this to steam food, so I have placed it to the pot and I am also pouring a cup of water. I have transferred the drained rice into the cooking basket. Alright, I am ready to steam rice. I have started cooking under high heat. Once it's boiling and it's releasing steam from the valve, I will turn it down to medium heat. I will steam it for 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes, so let's turn it off now. I've left it for a while and I made sure the pressure has been released, so let's open the lid. It's supposed to be ideal if I can squeeze a grain of rice with my 2 fingers, but it looks like it's still hard. I've cooked it for 5 more minutes. I made sure the pressure has been released, so I am opening the lid. This time I can squeeze it easily like this, so I think it is ready now. Now I will weigh 1.2 grams of seed koji. My kitchen scale cannot weigh such precise weights, so this is what I did. I put a 1/3 teaspoon on the scale. Now it's showing 8 grams. I fill the spoon with the seed koji and now the scale's showing 9 grams. So this must be about 1 gram of seed koji. If my rice koji turns out good, next time I will just use 1/3 teaspoon. I have covered the baking dish with the sterilized kitchen cloth. Now I am ready to transfer my steamed rice on top of this. I am loosening up the batch of rice to reduce the temperature to 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. Let's take the temperature now. I have already wiped the tip of this thermometer with alcohol. The temperature is about 35 degrees. Let's sprinkle seed koji now. First, I'm just going to sprinkle 1/3 using this tea strainer. And then mixing it into rice evenly. This process needs to be done quickly so that the temperature doesn't get too low. And then I sprinkle another 1/3 of seed koji and mixing it. And then this is the last portion. And I will mix it again. I think rice is coated with seed koji evenly. Let's cover this with the kitchen cloth. And then I am wrapping this with a towel. Now I will put this in the oven to keep it warm. Inside of my oven is about 40 degrees Celsius. At this stage, the ideal temperature is about 35 to 40 degrees. I will let it ferment for about 20 to 22 hours. The leaflet shows 3 different schedules for koji making. Easy, starting late in the day, making on weekdays. Since I'm a beginner, I am going to follow the easy schedule. On the first day in the morning, there's a process to mix seed koji into steamed rice. So roughly speaking, on the second day in the morning, there is a process called the first maintenance, and then in early afternoon, there is the second maintenance, and then at night there is the third maintenance. So these are done on the second day. The third day in the morning, rice koji is finally ready, and the whole process takes about 48 hours. I'm going to follow this schedule. It's the next morning. I am going to do the first maintenance. Inside of the oven is 40 degrees, And my hot water bottle is still warm. It's about body temperature. I will take this out and take a look at inside. I am seeing something fuzzy stuff on rice grains. This means koji spores grew overnight. I am loosening up rice now. It doesn't really smell much, but when I bring my nose closer, it slightly smells sweet. Okay, rice has been loosened up. The temperature of rice should be about 35 degrees. Let's take a look at my thermometer. It says about 35 degrees. Let's wrap this up and put it back to the oven. The ideal temperature for the fermentation chamber should be about 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. So I will take out this hot water bottle. I left the oven door for about 5 minutes and the temperature came down to 35 degrees. I don't want it to be too low, so I will close the oven door and then I will wait for the second maintenance. It's time for the second maintenance. Let's take a look. The temperature is 40.8 degrees. Even if I took out the hot water bottle, the temperature went up again. So I will turn off the oven light now. Let's take it out. As you can see, I have turned off the oven light. It feels very warm. It looks like this now. It looks like koji spores have been growing consistently. It feels definitely warmer than this morning. It feels like rice itself is releasing heat. Let's loosen up rice again. There's no more big lumps. Rice has been loosened up. The temperature of rice is about 35 degrees. I will wrap this up again and put it back to the oven, and then I will wait for the third maintenance. Okay, it's been put back to the oven. It's time for the third maintenance. The temperature went down too much, so I turned on the oven light again. Currently, the temperature is 38 degrees. It's supposed to be 30 to 35 degrees, but I am just going to leave it like that. Let's take it out and see how my rice koji is doing. It feels warm, so let's take the temperature here. According to the instruction on the leaflet, the temperature should be between 35 to 40 degrees. My thermometer shows 37 degrees, so I think it's going well. Let's open it up to loosen up rice. It's looking more like actual finished rice koji now. I will start mixing again. It's supposed to be ready tomorrow morning, so I'm quite excited. I hope it turns out good. I have put it back to the oven and I will close the door now. Good morning. Okay, so let's open the oven now. Temperature is 39.2 degrees. It's slightly higher than what it's supposed to be. Okay, so let's take this out. Let's take off the towel. I am so excited. I hope it turned out good. It feels so warm. It seems like the rice koji is releasing heat. It looks like this. My rice koji is complete. I'm quite impressed. The rice has stuck together like a sheet, so I would say my rice koji making was a success. I'm going to dry my rice koji on my bread cutting board. This is so handy because all the bread crumbs drop underneath. I'm going to put a sheet of parchment paper. The leaflet says that it should have chestnut-like aroma. I can't really tell if it smells like a chestnut, but it certainly smells sweet. I'm going to taste a grain of rice. It certainly has slight sweetness. This was my first rice koji making, and I was a bit intimidated at first, but I am so happy that it was a success. Now that I know the process, next time will be a lot easier. I'm not going to use it right away, so I will keep it in my freezer. I'm planning to make koji salt and onion koji and fermented red bean paste. It makes me so excited. As a conclusion, I was able to make 320 grams of rice koji from 300 grams of rice. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.